Hello guys, we are back with a new video of Solo leveling her eyes. She didn't understand what had happened for a moment. Her head had been separated from her body. There was someone there, but they didn't realize it at the time. They were shaking so much with fear that one by one their heads were being cut off and falling down. For a while, the whole place became a bit of a dead land. Meanwhile, they had penetrated deep inside. The more they went inside, the more their power grew as they killed the ants. Since they were all first-class adventurers, there was no difficulty in finishing them. There was another reason behind their fearlessness. They had a S-rank healer to back them up. They had no difficulty moving forward since then. The only thing they had in common was that he's very timid man was suddenly so bold as to come forward to help them. He started telling him that you haven't completed the job completely. You don't just have to cut off the ants' paths, you have to completely destroy the white ones. You have to break them and crush them, otherwise they will not die completely. When everything was over, they stood in one place for a while. Sometimes someone suddenly said that she smelled more powerful magic beasts coming. President Beck then used his strength to see from afar who was where. It took him a long time to see it, but then he realized where the queen was at that moment. He then told them that queen had personal guards and that it wouldn't be that easy to kill her. She was like S-rank hunters, even more powerful, and they were using force. Then, without stopping for a moment, they started moving towards the queen. Meanwhile, other team has arrived there and were investigating and saw how everyone was lying dead there. Suddenly, he felt a powerful aura coming towards him. He then used his strength in fear, but it didn't work either. Meanwhile, they reached the place where the queen was to have her attack them. Then they, without holding anything back, attacked them in full force. First, he used the power of fire to set the whole place on fire for a while. When President Beck used his full strength, he became furious and attacked them with full force. His transformation is not easy to see. They were shocked for a while after seeing this scene. The fight that was going on between them was being captured on camera, and everyone in the whole world was watching this intense moment. One of them had the power to shoot arrows and was raining down on them with those arrows. She then used her own sword to kill the ants one by one. Everyone was watching it carefully from their homes. The queen was slightly stronger. Their attacks had no effect on her. When Queen couldn't hold back and used her power, their situation was getting worse for a while. But there was nothing to be afraid of. Their healer was so powerful that he could fix everyone in a minute. Attack upon attack was going on. Suddenly, the queen screamed very loudly. They didn't understand why she was screaming so loudly. When Queen finished screaming, she was trying to escape from there, but they both grabbed her, and Hunter Cha, at first she struggled a little, but later she had no difficulty, came from behind and cut her head all at once. They took a deep breath when they saw Queen head completely separated. After seeing this incident, everyone in the entire world at that moment danced with joy. For a moment, they thought that this was finally the end of everything. The joy had not yet arrived, and now a great multitude of troubles were coming their way. Since Queen was dead, all the ants were coming towards them with great enthusiasm. Inside, when they regained their senses for a moment, they turned around and saw a large black ant standing in front of them. As the good ant slowly approached them, his or her mood changed, and they became so bad that they didn't know what to do. Their situation was only getting worse as they slowly moved past him. What if he attacked? The black ant, unable to bear the sight of its queen dead, started attacking them all one by one. No one could do anything. First, he attacked with Hunter Cha, left hand so hard it broke her bone, and blew her off the wall. No one could do anything about it. Second, he broke another hunter's shield and then cut off his hands. It was a terrifying scene. Then he cut off the left hand of the fire-breathing hunter. Even though Healer had fixed everyone with his own strength, Black Ant grabbed him and started throwing him back and forth. Black Ant couldn't see Healer because he had become invisible, but that didn't work either. He ran up and stabbed him in the middle of his chest with one blow, killing him. Seeing this, unable to hold back, President Beck went mad for a moment and attacked him in a fit of rage. But did not the case is happening? Black Ant grabbed him by the throat and started telling him to kill my queen. President Beck couldn't believe it for a moment, and what he was saying didn't make any sense to him, no matter what he did. Then he said, "There's no point in killing your people. Call your king, I'll finish him off." When Black Ant suddenly realized that there was a powerful man outside, he started moving towards him. Those outside were the investigation team. There was one among them whose strength was very great. They then saw many people's severed heads lying on the land. Then their boss started telling them, "Come out of there, whatever happens. It's over for you. They'll figure out the rest." By the time they got out of there, it was too late. Black Ant got there and slit the head of one of them. He sensed his aura, very powerful and did. When Black Ant used all his strength, Hunter was shocked for a moment and thought that he had received such strength once before with him. Meanwhile, their condition was so bad that they were unable to get out of there on their own. Ants about to attack them? Suddenly, a number of shadow armies stand in front of them to help them. That's nothing, it's just an easy road to get them there, nothing more. See you later for the next episode. Thank you very much.